intense again. Probably the most important thing was that kids, it seems like every year we get a little bit more sure with how we practice. Stud tempo, you got to see period 6 today. It'll be a stud tempo game. We'll see how many guys are on the ground. Jerry, you're in charge of counting them, okay? But hopefully guys aren't laying on the ground. And that's how we got to be able to practice. And I really think our thud practice has gotten better. There's times when I first got here when we call thud, and it looks like live. Everybody's laying on the ground. But our guys have done a much better job of staying up, which protects ourselves and gives us a chance to be good.
Your next pattern practice going to be
Why don't you tell them to cut the music off?
I just did. Is your next pattern practice going to be Sunday at 9?
The next pattern practice will be tomorrow. We get 9.
Sunday at 9.
Yeah, we'll go tomorrow, Thursday, we go thud. We'll go pattern tomorrow. And then Friday, Saturday, I think we got a shells, spiders, pads.
Patty said the running game killed it yesterday.
Yeah, I saw some good stuff. You know, in a thud period, I always kind of say, hey, be aware it's thud. It's hard to play defense with thud. You got to, kind of try to thud up. You can't lay out. And if guys thud, if guys lay out, it could be a different story. But our guys, try to take that into account. So it looked good yesterday. It really did. We'll see. It's got to look good every day. If you noticed it in one day, that means it wasn't so good the next day earlier, right? It's like which one are we today? So it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. What did you do today?
What has Nick, Joey, and Davis shown you so far during this camp?
You know what? They've all gotten better. I can tell you that. I mean, you talk about spring ball. They've all gotten a little bit better. I mean, I can tell you each one of them. Each one of them has gotten better. They've made strides, and we still got we're halfway through camp here. We're going to continue to see how that thing goes.
What are your impressions of how Quez played last year, and how's he come in maybe in a leadership type role? He seems to be in.
We'll find out on game day. I mean, you can talk all you want to talk, but you got to back it up on game day. And Quez has been good. He plays with enthusiasm on the field. He plays with a little attitude, we'll find out on game day how much better he is than what he was last year. He's got to be better than he was last year because that ain't good enough. And and again, I'm impressed with the other guys' corners. MJ's played good. Damari, it's great to have him back. I would say he's our number one corner right now. If I had to put a number and put him in order,
With your defensive ends, Dez, John, and Haba, is that like 3 guys battling for 2 spots, or do you rotate those guys enough that it almost kind of doesn't matter?
Yeah, and throw Dayon Hayes in that mix as well. I mean, Dayon Hayes, you almost say there's like 4 starters, and then we find out game week who's starting. But all 4 of those guys are guys we think can make a lot of plays for us. I mean, John's made plays for us in the past. There he is, right there, waving to the camera. Look at him. He's a ham, but he's made plays in the past. Haba really looks good, and like Dayon's coming on, and obviously Desmond's proving as well.
You're getting close to getting your 5 starting offensive linemen together day after day after day.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we've gotten our 5 together. It's just who are those 6? I should say that maybe we're down to 6 for sure. I mean, you look at it. Gabe Boyd, Sauls, and Carter obviously at the tackle spots, but there's almost like 3-man rotation. All 3 of those guys we feel good starting. And then inside, it's Owen, it's Blake. You almost have 3 guys in there with Marcus Minor at the left guard spot. So it's like 3-man rotation in there. So
is Carter solid at left, or you can't just move to right?
He plays a little bit of both. He's, last couple of days he's rotating. We try to always keep that open, but I think Kenny likes him on his left side.
Is Cradle in there too?
Yeah, did I not mention Cradle?
Yeah.
Cradle, Owen, Marcus, and Blake Sabovic would be that 4-man rotation, I guess, instead of that 3. Cradle's he's solid in there.
Do you have any updates on the cooking battles so far?
Yeah, it's like this, okay? It's like that, we didn't talk about them. Scrimmage day, they were both outstanding, okay? I mean, they were really both like, okay. I mean, it's like a, neck and neck. But it seems like they're neck and neck every day. They're both good. They're neck and neck really good, or they're neck and neck not very good. So I would say this, Ben Sauls is probably the kickoff guy. He's got that. He's knocking it in the end zone. And I would say field goals and stuff are still, it's a work in progress right now.
In terms of the wide receivers and what Brendan Marion's brought to the room, in terms of preparation, getting these guys ready for practice, what has that been like so far during this camp? And we saw it maybe in spring.
The first thing I say is the kids play with an attitude, they're having fun, and they play hard. And that's the big thing. We don't have many busts as far as, route running. We should have a little cleaner as far as lining up and not having some unforced errors as far as, lining up, two guys on line of scrimmage, covering up receivers or tight ends. So that's one thing I'd say. But, they've done a nice job, which is what we always get. Nothing spectacular.
Had anything you can comment on addition offensive line?
Say that again?
Is there anything you can comment on about an addition to the offensive line at this point?
Yes, we can. He's out here today. Ryan Jacoby is out here today. We're excited about it. He's been at our meetings. It happened like that. I heard he went in the portal and, called a good friend at Ohio State, Tim Hitton, who was our running back coach at Cincinnati that I know, very well. And, I think anytime you go into the portal, you better know what you're getting. And we got a kid from Mineral, Ohio, who's a 6'5", 310-pound lineman who looks athletic. I think he can play tackle or guard. We'll find out today. He's in the helmets today, so he's probably easy to pick out. But just an unbelievable kid right now. And was looking for a restart for whatever reason. Won't get into that. But just a great addition for what we were looking for. And again, just trusted people that our old line coach called on him character-wise, and comes from a great program up there.
Is there time to get up to speed?
There's time to get up to speed. First we got to get him eligible and all that, but there's certainly time to get up to speed because he's a 3.7 GPA guy. So anytime you have that, there's always time.
You're not sure if he's a guard or a tackle?
It doesn't matter what they were doing anywhere else he was. It's like, let's find out what he does for us. It's like everybody's got a different fit. An outside linebacker for us, maybe a safety for somebody else. A safety for somebody else, maybe an outside linebacker. So I don't want to pinhole him into one position. We'll see, and Coach Borg will make that decision.
He needs a waiver to be eligible.
He'll need a waiver to get eligible, because of that date.
Do you have any idea when you'll know whether he has a waiver or not?
Don't put any timetable on it. The big thing is, anytime, I think, our people have done a great job of the waiver. Dustin Gray and our athletic department, the big thing is not rushing the waiver to where it's a bad waiver. Let's get all the facts straight, put it in there, do it the right way, as opposed to let's get it done in 2 days and do a crappy job at it. So it's quality, not how fast it's done.
You have to look past that. A lot of waivers these days, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's hope they make a good decision and do it again. We good? Coach, good?